Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your short and sweet messages and predictions for the month of July. Remember, you can watch for your sun, your moon, or your rising, and even Venus if you want to look at it from a relationship perspective, from platonic to romantic, okay? But we're not going to waste any time because these are short and sweet. We want to get right to it. What energy is coming in and around you, or maybe for some of you is already here, okay, for the month of July. Non-duality. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so let me get the tarot here with it. So non-duality. It says, I'll read the card too, but it says, let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at doing both. Okay. Let me get a tarot with that. The Three of Cups. Okay, so what I want to say here with non-duality is it's really a message of it doesn't have to be one or the other, okay? That's what I want to say. It doesn't have to be, or it's not a message of one or the other. So I feel that coming up this month, what we're going to have here with this card and the Three of Cups is you can do both. So if you... I almost am getting a feeling it's like, you know, there could be a split somewhere, whether it's a split like you have different groups of friends or you have different groups of family members that you hang around or social groups, pardon me. And I feel like you're going to be faced with a decision of you're going to have to choose one or the other, or at least that's the way you're going to feel, like I have to choose one or the other. But the message here from Spirit is, no, you don't. You're going to be able to do both. You just may have to get creative in how it's going to happen or how to make it happen. Even if maybe you can't attend the one function, I want to say, with one group, maybe you can do something yourself with them at a later date. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It can be both, okay? That's the message here. So whatever situations or events that may be coming up and around where you feel torn, don't let that rule. Don't let that be the ruler, the feeling torn, okay? Because there is a way to do both. There's a way to celebrate and have fun here and be with both groups of friends, like I said, family or whoever it is. All right, let's get on to the next. What do you need to be aware of to navigate this energy? Okay, so maybe that's it. I would laugh if balance came up, but let's see here. What do you have to do to navigate this energy or be aware of? I look forward to new challenges. Well, that's great. Okay. Again, I feel like what they're saying here, let me get the tarot out with it too before I get ahead of myself. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so you know what? Bringing these in together, again, I look forward to new challenges. You may have to think of an Eight of Pentacles as, you know, you're going to have to maybe put a little work in. You may, like I said, have to maybe host your own small event for that other group if you can't make it to both things, if say they were landing on the same night. I don't know. This is very strong. So you're going to have to come up with, and look at this, a creative way to, because it's air, right? It's swords. It's your thoughts. It's your actions. It's your words. I feel like taking action here. You're going to have to be very creative in the way that you do this. You're going to have to really think it through. And you know what? For some of you, it could be that you can make it to both. You're just going to have to really put the work in to get from point A to point B all in the same day. But the important thing from Spirit is, remember, it doesn't necessarily have to be both on the same day. And you may have this resonating for you in a different way. I do feel strongly, though, there are some of you out there right now, Cancer, that are going to hear this and be like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Just be creative, but don't burden yourself, okay? Because they don't want you to be upset and feeling pressure and feeling panic and all of those things. They want it to go smoothly. And maybe that is what this message here, how do you navigate it? You have to, I'm almost thinking, it's almost like planning ahead. You need to have a plan, and you need to put a little bit of work in maybe to make that plan happen, and then it will work out for you. Okay. Any further advice and guidance here? What else? And for some of you, these can even be individual messages, okay? I always forget to say it right at the beginning, which would be probably the most helpful. But remember that these can all be individual messages for you too. Dragons, slay them all. Well, actually, you know what? You think, oh, well, that's a little dark. I don't think so. What that means to me is you can make it all happen, okay? You're going to slay this, all right? Like, no problem. No problem at all. You need to be inside of that castle, and then you need to be somewhere else. Yeah, you can do that too, okay? You can do both things. It's not one or the other. Three of Pentacles. This is working together. You just maybe need to get some of them on board here for working together. I love, again, it's friends. Like, that's what these cards are reminding me of. This is working well together. So maybe you can do that other event or whatever it is at a later date with that group of friends so that you get to spend time with them this summer doing something fun by the lake, in the park, whatever it is. You're just going to have to look. They're working it out. They're going to make it work. They're going to put the hard work in, and they're going to figure out how it is to do that. So, love these messages for you. Before we go, I want to get you just a few oracle cards here for further clarification, confirmation, advice, guidance. Okay? You're gonna get through this and handle it just fine, I feel, Cancer. I am free to make my wishes come true. You want to be with both groups. You want to, I'm going to say, actually, how can I say that? If you want this, you can make it happen, okay? You can make it happen. Look, they're making a plan. There's going to be celebration. There just may be a little challenge and hard work, though, that comes with it. Now, I also have my tea leaf cards here, so let's see if we can get maybe a few cards out from them. These little suckers are slippery and hard to shuffle. Okay, so out came this one. I like this, broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Well, that's a little contradictory. I'm like, Spirit, what's going on here? Okay. I was because I'm looking at the card and I'm like, I'm free to make my wishes come true. We're talking about celebration, working hard to make, you're going to slay it and all of this stuff. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It can be both. And then I'm like, what is this? You're going to have to make some choices. You're going to have to maybe face a challenge or two. You're going to have to make a plan in order for this to happen, okay? If you're not willing to put that work in, if you're not willing to make it happen, it's not. Plain and simple. Oh, sometimes, Spirit, they get a little saucy with the, what I want to say is, like just kind of, for lack of a better term, Dr. Philin it, telling it like it is. But what they're saying is everything is possible. And that's your message here. Everything is possible if you're willing to put the work in. And that's in any area of your life, okay? So someone needed to hear that. I have one other. I have to split them in half because it's such a large, I don't know how many 100 and some odd little discs in there, but there's the other. So I like to go from both piles in case there's something in the other one. Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Take your time, right? Remember I said don't feel panicked or don't feel, like, oh my God, how am I going to make this happen? Kind of anxiety. Slow and steady will win the race here with this, okay? So just keep that in mind. If you put the work in, slow and steady, make a plan, be willing to, and understanding that it could be challenging and that, both can happen, okay? You'll be golden, Cancer. I wish you all the best for this. Thank you for being here. If you need to see any other readings, then you know what? I always tell you there's plenty in my playlist. Go check one out. If something calls to you, then watch it. Even if it isn't your sign, even if it's a new moon reading from a month ago or something, it's okay. There's messages in the cards for you, and messages are timeless because you're meant to see them at the time that you need them, okay? Thank you, Cancer, and I'll see you in the next reading.